Hey everyone, Lukeman here. In this video, I'll be explaining to you why a tutor will not get you your academic comeback and why they will not save your ATAR. Now, just before you jump into the comments straight away, I just want to give a quick disclaimer. I am not hating on tutors, okay? I had some myself. Yes, they're great. Yes, they serve a specific purpose. But if you're someone who's getting C's, D's, failing, is just not doing well, I promise you, get a tutor, try it out, you won't improve. All right, you might improve a little bit, but you will not make the academic comeback and go from D's to A's. And I can tell you that for sure, okay? So in this video, I'll be explaining to you why that's the case. All right, without further ado, let's jump right into it. So in life and whatever you do, there is always a cause and an effect, okay? So there's a cause and effect, right? Now, the cause is what leads to the effect, right? The cause leads to the effect. Now, the effect, what is it? The effect is the final outcome of something. It's just the outcome, the outside of everything. The effect, though, is a result of the cause. So the cause is what leads to the effect. Now, let me give you some examples of this, right? If someone is overweight, the effect is the fact that they're overweight. But that's not what caused it. It's not like the actual thing that caused them to be overweight was the fact that they were eating bad, not exercising, X, Y, and Z. Right? And this applies to literally everything. There's always a cause, there is always an effect. Okay? So if you see someone that's, really fit, it's not like they're just fit. You're looking at the effect of something they did beforehand, which was the work, going to the gym, and whatever. Okay? Now, this is the exact same thing when it comes to your ATAR and your results. Okay? So right now, you might be getting C's and D's. Okay? C's, D's, you're failing exams, you're not doing well in school, right? This is something you need to understand very, very, very well, okay? All of this right here, you getting C's, you getting D's, you failing, you doing bad at maths, you doing bad at English, you doing bad at biology, and you doing bad at any subject you could think of, okay? If you're getting D's in maths, for example, or you're failing biology, or you're really, really bad at English, okay? You have to understand something, that all of these things right here, every single one of these, is all the effect. It's the effect. It is not the cause. So right now, if you're failing maths, for example, or doing really bad in a specific subject, it's not because of the subject. It's the effect is the fact that you're doing bad in the subject. But what's the cause? That's what you need to think about. It's not the fact that the subject is hard for you or you're finding it difficult. That's just the effect of something that you're not doing, okay? Now you might be super confused. Let me get to the point, okay? So if this is the effect, the question we need to ask ourselves is, what is the cause, okay? The cause is what leads to this effect. Right? Now, it might sound like a broken record, but this is very, very important to understand, okay? Because when I discovered this, by the way, I literally went from D's to A's, from C's to A's, from failing maths to getting 100% in maths, okay? So, I'm about to get to it right now. Take notes of this. Very, very important. The actual cause of C's, D's, failing, doing bad at maths, doing bad at English, whatever the subject is, it's what you're actually doing for those subjects. It is your routine. It is your study methods. How are you actually studying for that exam, right? It is your mindset. It is your discipline. If you're not studying at all and you can't get anything done, how the hell do you expect to get A's, right? So it's your study method, it's your mindset, it's your routine, it's your procrastination, right? It's what you're doing before an exam. Like, how are you actually preparing for that exam? That is what leads to this stuff. This is simply just a manifestation of what you're doing here. Now, based off what I just said, do you see why a tutor will not get you an academic comeback? No? Let me explain it. Let me hit it home right now. What does a tutor actually do? A tutor simply does one thing, okay? Now, just because they do this one thing, like I said, I'm not hating on them. It's not because it's bad. It's literally their job, okay? A tutor helps you with a specific subject. You get a tutor for maths to help you with maths. You get a tutor for biology to help you with biology. But you tell me, if you're someone right now who has no idea how to study, you have no discipline, you lack motivation, you have a very poor mindset, negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, things that hold you back. You can't get anything done. You have no routine. You literally just cannot get the things that you're supposed to get done. Every time you study, you forget the content right after. Every time you go into an exam, you choke and you freeze, right? The list goes on. I can be here all day. You have poor habits. You don't know how to focus. You get distracted, right? You tell me, how the hell is getting a tutor going to help you with this stuff? It's not going to help you. And by the way, I'm not just saying this because just a random assumption that I have. This not only happened to me, right? Just a quick story. Like when I was trying to get from C's and A's to D's and A's, like I've had tutors in the past. Like I've actually had tutors. Was the tutor bad? No, right? But the thing is, what happened with me personally is that I had a tutoring session. They allowed me to understand a specific subject or a specific topic in maths or a specific topic in a subject, right? But then right after the tutoring session, I either forgot the content or I just forgot the concept. So why is that? Right? Because you have to understand something. And this was life-changing for me, okay? And it might be a hard pill to swallow because some of you guys might have tutors right now and you might be thinking that they're going to help you, okay? Your tutoring is just helping with a specific concept. And you have what, 1 session a week, 2 sessions a week? What's going to happen without the tutoring? Because it's what happens before and after the tutoring that is what determines how well you do, okay? So again, it just doesn't actually logically make sense to me, right? Now that I think about it. Like, if you're someone who's lazy, procrastinating, doesn't know how to study, forgets content easily, is, always tired, wasted time and all that stuff, how is someone helping you with maths who's just going to give you more work, who's just going to make you do more things? How is that going to solve all the other problems? It doesn't solve the other problems, okay? Now, I've seen this with my own very eyes. I have a student in my academy, Dux Academy, who was getting 45%, 50%, 60%, and they had a tutor for a whole year. Okay? Now, I don't say this to brag, I don't say this to toot my horn, I just want to show you the effect of this. This is simply the effect of what? The cause. Now, what was the cause? Was the list of things I just mentioned. Mindset. He had a very big mindset issue. Study methods. He was studying completely wrong. Routine. He had no routine. Discipline. He wasn't able to get the work done every single day. Falling behind. The list is just massive. So the reason why I'm pointing this out is because in order for you to change this, the outcome, the effect, you must change this cause. You must change this cause. Okay? And this, when I understood this, this is how I made the academic comeback. And if you're someone right now who's getting C's and D's and he's not doing well in school, I promise you, you know what? You might have a tutor right now who isn't really helping you. And again, it's not the tutor's fault. I'm not blaming tutors. I'm not saying they're bad. Don't get one at all. Get one if you need it for an actual specific subject. But you know what? Not 99%, 100% sure that if you're not doing well in school right now, it's because of this. It's not because of this. Because when you learn how to study properly, you will smash maths. When you learn how to study properly, you will smash biology. When you learn how to study properly, you will smash English. When you learn how to learn, you can learn anything you want. It's actual a superpower, okay? And this is why the students who are in my academy right now, every single one of them who has joined and who is doing bad in school, 99% or 95% of them all have tutors. So they've joined the academy. They were having tutors. They were still getting 50%, 45%. And after they joined, they're now getting 80%. Right? And again, I'm not saying this to brag or just toot my own horn. This is what happens when you fix the cause. And I see it so many times. Students who think, okay, wow, I failed maths. That means I should get a tutor. Okay, no, you don't need to get a tutor. You need to think, why the hell did I fail? Okay, because I wasted time all week. I didn't even study properly. I studied by reading my notes, right? Or another example, I actually spoke to a student recently like this. They want to get a tutor for biology. I discover the way they're studying is completely wrong to begin with. They're reading their notes. They're taking notes. They're doing all these things that it's just you will not get the best tutor in the world. They're not going to help you out with that. So this is why a tutor will not get you your academic comeback and will not save you your ATAR. Your effect, the effect of what you're doing is poor grades. So this D's and C's, This is not just like a magical thing that pops onto you. No, this is all because of study methods and routine and mindset. The list is just massive. But the point is, all of this is what causes this. So, logically, you tell me, you actually answer this for me. You can pause the video, think about it. If this all leads to your D's and C's, what do you have to change to get A's? Like this was mind-blowing. When I discovered this, like my whole life changed. What do you have to change if you want to get A's? You have to change your mindset. You have to become more disciplined. You have to learn how to study properly, and the results will just come. I promise you the results will just come. Okay? You guys are literally too focused on this. That's why you get tutors. That's why, because you're focusing on the specific mark, but you're not focusing on what you actually did to get that mark. Okay? You need to learn how to study properly. You need to become disciplined. You need to have a routine. You need to have a good mindset. And the A's will just come to you. Like literally. All right? So, if you are someone who is getting C's and D's, maybe you don't go to the best school. Maybe you keep on failing. You're just not improving. And maybe you have tutors right now, or maybe you don't have tutors, but we're thinking of getting one. Then check the first link in the description, because I would love to work close with you and actually fix these factors and get you those A's. I've had so many students who have literally went from getting 40% to 80% after a couple of weeks. If you want to actually get A's and actually go from D's to A's, C to A's, I promise you that won't happen with tutoring. You need to fix this stuff, okay? Again, if you're interested, book a call with me, first link in the description, and I'll see if you're a good fit, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with this, because like I wish someone just told me this instead of me having to get a tutor, then not doing well, then thinking I'm stupid and all this stuff. And even, you know what, forget my whole program, forget booking a call with me. Fix this stuff, okay? But if you want to fix it straight away with my proven systems, my proven methods, then of course, book a call. But whatever you do, all right, please stop focusing on this, focus on this, okay? Then you will get the A's. Then you'll become the ducks or whatever goals you're aiming for. All right? I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to subscribe, like, and comment down below what you think of this video, and also suggest other videos and I'll make them for you. All right? I'll see you in the next one.